What's going on, guys? Legit MHXC back with another Marvel Spider-Man PS4 video, and in today's video we've got a lot of news and information to go over, sort of like the details we've got from Twitter, you know, from some tweets from some of the Insomniac developers and Insomniac officials and stuff like that. We've gotten a lot of details and stuff, and a few sort of maybe leaks or slips that we've also gotten about the game, and you know, on its own it's not a lot, but I've accumulated all of it, I've collected it all, and I'm doing this one video to give you guys all the information that we've gotten, and it is quite a bit when you put it all together. So before I get into the video, if you guys do enjoy this video, do leave a like, and also if you guys do like these news videos and want to stay up to date, then do subscribe if you haven't already, and also you know, turn on notifications if you want. That's your choice, I don't care. Also, the Spidey Squad YouTube, we've been uploading a lot more videos on the Spidey Squad YouTube. More should be coming soon. Go subscribe to that if you guys haven't already. Also, I'm going to give a small shout out to Evan Falaka, because Evan's already covered some of this stuff that I'm going to talk about. Not all of it, because there is some more new stuff that he probably will cover in the future. But let's just get straight into it. First off, we've got something pretty big, which is an Easter egg from the Paris Games Week trailer that someone finally found, that none of us found before. I didn't even notice it. Maybe I should have analyzed it a bit more, looked into it a bit more. But Gilbert Romero, I think that's his name. Big shout out to him for finding it. Insomniac gave him a big shout out as well. He found the Oscorp building within the Paris Games Week trailer. He basically said on Twitter, "I spot the Oscorp building, you guys are really sneaky, lol." Insomniac Games then replied and quoted his tweet and said, "This may be a record for longest time to find an Easter egg in one of our trailers, 2.5 months. And it's pretty interesting. I never actually saw it. I will put a picture up on screen. Basically, you can see Oscorp written down to upwards on the side of a building. It's really small, but you can clearly see that it is Oscorp. What implications this has for the game, I don't know. Does Norman Osborn own Oscorp? You know, will it factor into the story? Probably. It will have some significance, but it basically exists. No, you know, nothing amazingly big, but Oscorp does exist. I'm not going to go into too much speculation, maybe a future video, but for now, Oscorp does exist. We found the building. Who knows how it will tie into the game. Because we have seen Oscorp before, but there's Oscorp. We've seen the Oscorp banners, but we've got the Oscorp building now. We found out which one it is, and it's nothing major, so I don't know. But anyways, let's get to the next bit of information, which is also pretty big, but I don't know. It's sort of the gameplay controls a bit, not all of them, but basically on Insomniac stream, I believe Insomniac was playing Uncharted 4? I don't know, they were playing some game. I forgot which game it was. I'll put maybe the clip on the screen. But basically, the person playing, I forgot who it was, but basically the person playing was like, "Oh, what's the sprint button?" And one of the other Insomniac developers said, "There is no sprint button," and sort of a gap. "You're thinking of Spider-Man."
What stick is it to run faster?
There isn't one.
Yeah, this is
You're
it?
thinking it's Spider-Man,
oh,
bro.
Now that's pretty interesting. You know, that straight out confirms it's a slip, it's a leak, whatever. Straight out confirms that there is a sprint button in Spider-Man PS4. Now we don't know what button it is, but I think it is safe to confirm that there is a button, because you know, when she said it, you could see her face and she was a bit like, "Oh crap." Sort of let that slip. But yeah, there is a sprint button. We've got that confirmed now. What it will be, I don't know. It could be L3, like a Call of Duty type sprinting. It could be R2, it could be L2, it could be X like GTA, who knows. I'm probably thinking it's going to be like L3, I think. Makes the most sense. But there is a sprint button. You guys can speculate or give your opinion. Comment down below what button you guys think the sprint button will be. And it's cool that you can probably walk around as well as sprint. So I think it's probably L3, makes sense. Next up, what we do have is a motion capture photo from the actual model of Peter Parker within the game in real life. John Bubniak, I think that's how you say his name. I don't know, I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name. But he's sort of the model of Peter Parker within Spider-Man PS4, and basically he posted a picture of this like motion capture setup that he has with the dots on his face and this apparatus that he has, the motion capture thing, with a caption saying "Coming soon, #Spider-Man PS4." What coming soon means, it could mean maybe a lot of people are thinking it might be a motion capture trailer, because a lot of games do that where they show the motion capture and all that stuff. That'd be a really cool trailer to see, or behind the scenes sort of thing to see from the game, and how, you know, people are doing the things they are doing. Also, it could just mean the game's just coming soon, so I'll let you guys interpret that any way you want to interpret it. But he is doing motion capture. He's still, you know, probably making cutscenes still. I don't think they're making cutscenes. Maybe they're redoing cutscenes because they have done a playtest. Maybe they realized, oh, we could make this better. Because I think at this point, most of the core stuff within the game's done. They're just trying to improve the stuff that aren't, make the stuff that's good better. So yeah, take that as you will. But yeah, that's that. Now the next thing is Jacinda Chu. Jacinda Chu's got a lot of stuff for us. Basically, she tweeted out, and I covered this in one of the videos with Vigilante Spider and Spider Bugle on the Spidey Squad channel, so you do check that video out. I'll put a link in the description. Jacinda Chu basically tweeted out, "My favorite thing to do in Spider-Man PS4 is to swan dive towards the street and swing back up at the very last minute. I love how my stomach drops every time." And then Daniel Naves straight out replied and said, "But what if you don't swing at the end?" insinuating that is there fall damage. Jacinda Chu then replied, "I don't think fully understanding what Daniel Naves meant, and said you land. But I'm Spider-Man, so I need more swag. Landing is boring. I highly encourage you to swing stylishly when you play. It's half the fun." So that sort of not confirms, but it sort of hints towards and insinuates that there is no fall damage. Because I think if Daniel Naves asked, "What if you don't swing at the end?" I think that if there was fall damage, Jacinda would have said, "Oh, you would get hurt or you would die," or something like that. Or I don't know. Maybe she just took the question a different way and didn't think about that, because it's not confirmed that there's no fall damage, because Kaji Marsh, another person, replied to Jacinda Chu and said, "Will there be fall damage in Spider-Man PS4?" straight up. And Jacinda Chu said, "All will be revealed if you get an internship," because he was replying to one of her internship tweets, and she said, "All will be revealed if you get an internship." I don't know if that means anything, but is there fall damage? Is there not? I don't know. Personally, I don't know if I want fall damage. We did a debate, sort of not a full-on debate, but me, Vigilante Spider and Spidey did a debate. Do we really need fall damage? And there's a lot of mixed opinions. I've seen the comments on the video, and a lot of mixed opinions. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about fall damage. Is it something we need? Is it something that we don't need? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Also, check out the video if you guys haven't already. It's pretty decent video. Next up is Givenchy, which is a fellow Spidey Squad member, said at Jacinda Chu, "Do you guys already have an idea or know how the final box art for Spider-Man PS4 will look like?" Jacinda Chu replied and said, "Yes, we're very close to finalizing it. It's going to pop on store shelves nicely, and we can't wait to unveil it." So again, the box art is something that they still do need to unveil. Whether they reveal that with the release date, with another trailer, or just by itself, we don't know. Maybe they could just tweet it out. It's nothing major, epically huge, but it is something that is something to look forward to, I guess. Does it hint towards the game being finished soon? Possibly, if they're already, if they're making the box art, they're probably working towards collector editions and special editions, which also brings me to the next thing, which is someone, I think, asked on the Insomniac Games forum or something, will there be a collector edition or special edition for Spider-Man PS4? And James Stevenson, the marketing director, replied saying, "Stay tuned." Sorry, James Stevens, the community director. I don't know. I had a mind blank. I don't know why I said marketing. He does marketing as well, right? Probably community marketing, same thing. But anyways, it's not the same thing. By the way, I'm joking. Next thing that we do have is Brian Intihar. Basically, he tweeted out saying, "Had an awesome time hanging out last night with Marvel Games, Mike Jones, and talking Spider-Man PS4." Now that's not the main thing. The main thing is Bill Roseman quoted his tweet and said, "I was home chilling with the fam, but also snuck in a read of a new Spider-Man PS4 script." Now, like the box art sort of hinted towards the game being finished almost, and them working towards, they're probably working on the collector edition, special edition, and some of the extra stuff that you need to make for the game to be able to release. This, on the other hand, sort of points towards the opposite direction, saying, because he says that he's reading a new version of the Spider-Man PS4 script. He didn't say read of the new Spider-Man PS4 script, he said read of our new Spider-Man PS4 script. Now, scripts are constantly changed and renewed throughout the entire development process, so this probably doesn't hint towards much, but if they still got a new script, that means they still got to do voice recordings. They got to record voiceovers and voice acting, and the voice actors got to come in and record. So I mean, if you guys watched Evan Flark and Brian Intihar's interview, Brian did say that they do ask a lot of their voice actor for Peter Parker, and they make him repeat a lot of stuff. So it's normal to see that them changing the script, and they're probably changing some lines. Maybe from the playtest again, they're like, maybe we could make those lines stronger. because again, the writing is really heavily focused on John Pickett, the lead writer. He has, again, Brian said he has a hard job because it's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man, you know, writing for Spider-Man has been top-notch, and they need to make that as good as possible. So again, they probably did the playtest, realized some lines could have been better, and they are going to redo some of those lines. I don't think it's completely new dialogue or anything like that. Probably not. Maybe it's like, you know, idle dialogue, something like that, or when you're swinging around just in free roam, saying random things, stuff like that. I don't think it's anything massive, because the core of the game I think is finished, because you're able to play it from start to finish, that we did get from the playtest. So I think the core is finished. They're just adding on more polishing and stuff like that. Not polishing stage, I don't think, but we're getting really close to it. Next up, we have somebody asked Brian Intar straight up, will there be different clothing for characters, street clothing, not costumes, for different scenes as the story progresses, or is it the same model for each throughout? Brian Intar then replied saying different clothing for different scenes. It's not just Peter. All of the major characters will have multiple street outfits. So this is not talking about like costumes and stuff, so like Spider-Man costume or anything like that. It's literally talking about the characters, so like you know, the normal clothes that each characters wear, they're gonna change. So, you know, again, is this change at, you know, maybe can you change it, or is it just completely done automatically? We don't know, but it's something cool to know that Peter Parker's not gonna look the way he looked in the Paris Games Week trailer at all times, nor is Mary Jane, nor is Aunt May. They're probably all gonna change clothes and stuff like that, and that's cool. Doesn't mean anything, no, but it's just showing that extra bit of detail, because, you know, you have some games where you know, the character will wear the same thing for the entire game, even though the entire game like lasts a really long time. Which is the next thing, which is Jevin asked, will Spider-Man PS4 take place over a day like Arkham games, or will it be over multiple days? Brian Intar just straight up replied saying multiple. So again, this answers sort of the first one. Multiple days, they're gonna change clothes, makes sense. Multiple days, it's gonna be a long story, you know. Brian has said it's a long story, and it's an epic story. There's a lot of villains, a lot of characters, so I'm excited, you know. I think it's sort of a given. I don't think it's gonna be just over a day, because that's a pretty long story to solve within a day. So I think it being across multiple days, it gives that feeling that it's a lot more big story, a lot more vast story for this experienced Spider-Man, and I'm excited to see what they do with the story, because that's probably one of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to. Again, we talk about this in a Q&A that me, Evan Falaka, and Vigilante Spider did on the Spidey Squad channel. Go check that out. That's a really good Q&A. I really like that. We talk about a lot about the game. But anyways, yeah, all the links in the description. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's all the news that we've gotten. It's quite a bit of details, you know. It's nothing big. It's not like a trailer or you know, massive reveal that Peter Parker is gonna be doing this, or, you know, this character's in the game. It's these small things that I guess when you put it together, it's a decent amount of news. And I felt it was worthy enough to make a video of, because it's quite a bit of tweets. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Again, leave your comments down below on what you think of some of these things. You know, the sprint button, the motion capture, what it means. You know, the box art, what that means for development. When you think what stage you think the development process is in, when the game's going to come out, stuff like that. Leave your thoughts and comments in this comment section below. Again, all the links in the description below for the Spidey Squad channel and Evan and everyone else. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. And this was once again Legit MHX signing out.